So to reiterate, we are going to be using the same finger combination that we did for the last series of scale in major. So in many ways, half of the battle has already been fought and won here. We are going to be keeping exactly the same fingering, including that slight adjustment to the left-hand fingering for the B minor, natural minor scale at the end, despite the fact that it's the difference between natural minor and major. The shape of the scale and with the fingering that we're not going to need to use for it is still similarly adjusted. So everything in that regard, finger-wise, is going to be the same, which is very key. Because, obviously, the fact that we don't have a graduating series of accidentals here that we kind of have to jump back and forth between sharps and flats should be kind of our main preoccupation. So let's look at our C natural minor here. C natural minor, a very, very popular scale to play in, by the way. For this one, we have 3 flats. And similarly to the way that we were looking at in the sharps, for the last lesson, you should know that the flats are added consecutively. In other words, when you're looking at C natural minor and you're seeing these 3 flats, you're knowing that 2 scales using these flats have come before. They will be the same 2 flats that were used to kind of get to our 3 flats that we're using for C natural minor. Now, in terms of how you actually think about those flats here, at this point, you kind of have to do it just by rote. You kind of have to figure them out, look at them on the page, figure out which ones they are, and kind of muscle them into place. But then after you get to that point, you can kind of start to use our more visual structure method to see how to help build it into your hands, right? So we start with C. And now C major scale is all white notes, right? And so it's important, if you can, to start to see the specific changes that go into building a natural minor scale. And the one that's always there is we would take what is otherwise our major third, which for C would be E, and we have to lower it down to, in this case, E flat. And that sound right there, you can tell very instantly, is minor. That is a key essential aspect of every minor scale, is that third is now flatted. Okay, now going up the rest of the scale, we would go up, and now we'll notice if we go up, that would be how the C major scale goes. But in this case, we can look on the page and see that we have an A flat and a B flat now. So instead of playing the A and B, we play. This is the other trait of the natural minor scale, which is that what we say is the 6th and 7th notes of the scales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, are also flatted. So altogether we have a flat 3, a flat 6, and a flat 7. For the C natural minor scale, it ends up sounding and looking like this. And then back down. The left hand. Both hands together. So once again, fingering is exactly the same. It's just about keeping track of these flats as they are. So let's move down to the D natural minor scale. Now this one you can see we only have 1 flat, which means of the E flat, A flat, and B flat that we had, one of them is still there. Reading like you would reading any music notation, you could tell, hopefully, that it's the B flat that we are remaining, but otherwise, this is just a white note scale. Playing the D natural white note scale with our regular fingering looks like and sounds like this. Sounds really close to a natural minor scale, but if you're a little bit more familiar with the natural sound, there is something a little bit off there, and that is that the 6th note of the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is not flatted, and so it's actually a slightly higher sound. This is giving us a different, what we say, mode, the Dorian mode, which we're not going to go into. So to get the natural minor, we need to make sure that 6th is flatted, and that's where we get our B flat from. Otherwise, everything is the same. Thanks for watching this lesson from Liberty Park Music. If you enjoyed this lesson and learned something from it, do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you really liked it, share it around. Let your friends and family check it out too. If you want to find more lessons like this or explore other piano-related topics, please come visit us at libertyparkmusic.com. We have full piano courses ranging from beginner to more advanced levels, and everything is online and streaming 24/7 so that you can design your music learning around your schedule and learn in the comfort of your own home from a talented roster of professional teachers and musicians. Come check us out.